Insert and work with pictures. It's very easy to insert a picture into Word. We'll go to the Insert tab. In this case, we're going to insert a picture from File, so we'll click on that. That means we've got that picture saved somewhere already. In this case, I have a picture saved on the desktop. I'll choose the one I want and click Insert, and it goes right in. Now by default, this goes in what's called the text wrapping. How the text wraps around it is what's called in line with text. And that means this picture is sitting right on the same line as the text. That can be handy in some ways when we want it to line up neatly with things, but in this case we don't. It pushes down the rest of our text and we want it to be over here in this side area. If I want to work with the picture, I first need to select the picture and the Picture Tools ribbon pops up. If I click away, the Picture Tools ribbon is gone. So if I'm looking for that Picture Tools ribbon, I need to click on the picture and the Picture Tools ribbon appears. On the Picture Tools ribbon is the option Wrap Text. I'll click the drop down and I see it is on in line with text. But there are other options I might use. For example, Square means that the text wraps in a square right around it. I also might use Tight. Very similar to Square, but it gets tight as possible. Commonly used is Top and Bottom. So the text will go right on the top or bottom of it. Or in front of text, or behind text. In this case, when it's in front or behind text, it does definitely make it easier to move around and get it exactly where I want it to be. One thing you'll find though is that in some cases, in this case, I want it to be in front of the text like that, but notice how the white background makes it so the text is not viewable. There's a great tool available. If I select my picture on the Pictures tool, go to the Color button and click the drop down, there's an item that says Set Transparent Color. I click on Set Transparent Color, my pointer has changed and I put it on the picture where I want the color to be transparent, in this case white. I click and now it's transparent on just the white part and I can move my image around. I can also resize this image. It's easy to do. If I get to a corner, I just click and drag and make this as big or as small as I want. I do want to be careful that I'm working on a corner. If I get on the edge, I can resize it, but note it stretches it out, which is usually what I don't want it to do. I'll press Ctrl Z to undo. I can use this box up here to change the size as well, and this is great when I want it to be very precise size. I simply put in the height in inches that I want, press Enter, and it resizes accordingly. I do want to make sure, if I click on the Advanced button here, that Lock Aspect Ratio is checked. Lock Aspect Ratio is what keeps the height and the width, the aspect correct when I make a change. If that's not checked and I change the size, it stretches out. I'll press Ctrl Z to undo, and I'll do that and check Lock Aspect Ratio again. A final thing that's nice to do is to change the color. This doesn't always work with every photo quite as you'd like, but with a line drawing like this, it works quite nice. With the picture selected, I'm going to click the drop down arrow, and I can see that didn't work very well, but this one probably will. It's very nice to change the color of the lines, which will help it to match the rest of my document as I see fit.